Okay, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to Eternal Midnight. And I'm Santino here with Chad. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, guys? So, we're gonna be talking about Furious 7 and the fate of the Furious.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. So, Furious 7, Chad, what do you like about Furious 7? Do you think it's good or do you think it's like not good?
So, Furious 7 was the first one I saw in theaters.
Okay.
I really I wasn't really into the franchise, and then a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, dude, you got to see Fast and Furious 7 with me in theaters." And I'm like, "Dude, I've seen snippets of 1, 2 on like TV over the years. I'm like, I don't know anything about these." So he brings them over, and we like marathon the first 6. And I was like, "Okay, these are fun." I was like, "Yeah, I'll go see 7 with you." And he told me, he was like, "Oh, just a heads up, like Paul Walker died." Um, and it was like, "Oh, damn," because it's like now I'm like, I really like the character of Brian, and I'm like, "Oh shit," I was like, "Well, this is it then." I was like, "This is probably the last film." I was like, one of the main characters passed away.
Yeah.
So I went into it, and I liked it.
Oh, wait,
It was good.
question. You didn't know that Paul Walker died before your
I mean,
friend?
I knew, but I didn't really like think about it because I didn't watch the Fast and Furious series. So at the time, it was just kind of like an actor had passed away, but I didn't know anything he was in.
Right. But now that you saw all 6, it's like,
And now that I saw 6, yeah, it meant something. Like it's like I'd heard, but then he told me, and then it kind of like clicked and resonated, and it was like, "Oh no way! The guy who passed away was this guy." Oh shit!
right.
So, and I mean, I remember seeing this in theaters. I mean, the theater was jam packed. It was, I mean, we went on like opening weekend. It was like, it was crazy, man. Like, half the movie theater was playing the movie, and half their theaters, they were all sold out. It was insane, man. It was like same as when like Infinity War and Endgame came out. Like,
Right. Yeah.
the theaters were packed.
Yeah.
And
That was also happening here because I watched Fear 7 also in theaters.
and
So,
your theater was full.
yeah, it was because like we also knew that Paul Walker died uh in before Fear 7 came out. So we were watching this with like with that knowledge of this is his last movie.
Yeah, because I was also kind of wondering. I was like, how are they going to do this? Like,
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
are they going to kill him in the movie, or
It
what?
was so tasteful in how they did it.
James Wan did. You know what? Massive props to James Wan for pulling this movie off.
Yeah, because it was dude. It's probably one of the most complicated movies to ever pull off because, from what I remember, Fast and Furious 6 came out 2013, May, and Paul Walker passed December of that same year. So they didn't. I don't even know how they got that much footage of Paul Walker before he passed away. I know
When
that
did?
he shot all of his scenes, um, and that last 5 minutes were all CGI. Like that point,
Which they had to do. Which that to me, that's understandable.
yeah, but they did it in a way that I heard was good because they asked his family if it was okay to do that, and the family said yes, and it was actually the brother who helped with the motion capture for the CGI. So I was like, that's good. At least you asked the family first, because like I don't think like um they would have agreed to it if it was like um not done tastefully.
Oh, we need someone to do motion capture because we're gonna like make him drive off a bridge or something and explode in a car. They would have been like, hell no.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, in the same way that the motion capture for like Peter Cushing in Rogue One was done very tastefully because that's Tarkin. Like he never did anything weird and like wrong. that tainted Peter Cushing's image. No, it wasn't like that. But like in the same way with Paul Walker, it's like um I like that. I like the ending. It's a very tasteful ending. Like and honestly, it honestly like really made. I didn't cry because I was like I never really knew Paul Walker outside of the Fast and Furious franchise. But like when he drove off, when that car separated from Dom's, and he drove off into the sunset, and it like it fades to white and it says for Paul. I was like, yeah, damn, that was pretty good. I don't know about you. Did you like it, or like what did you think of it?
The movie as a whole?
No. Before we actually talk about the movie, the tribute to Paul Walker at the very end. Did you like it, or like?
No, it was amazing. I mean, and that's why, like I said, this. You and I have said it off air. We might have said it in a previous episode. I'm sorry if you really truly like go goo goo gaga and like love this franchise more than life in itself. You know, everyone should know this is where it should have ended.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they lost half. It would have been like if Robert Downey Jr. died, like after the first Avengers. Like, okay, let's stop.
Yeah, because like that's the and I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it in Fate of the Furious because that's where the problem really shines. Not here, but I'll talk about it in Fate of the Furious and I'll expand on that. But as it stands, I really do like how they said goodbye to Paul Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Those last 5 minutes where they just show all the like footage of all the movies he's been in a Fast saga before he passed away, and Vin, and you know that ending is that's not Dom, that's really Vin Diesel talking about Paul Walker,
his best friend.
Yeah, like that wasn't acting anymore. That was actual. That was an actual um, conversation. That was Vin Diesel's last goodbye to Paul Walker as he drives off in the sunset and goes on his next adventure. It was like, that's awesome. I believe that. That's awesome. It's done very good. So
yeah, no, James Wan did an incredible job handling this. I thought.
Yeah,
it was respectful. He was respectful of the franchise he was working with. I mean, the guy is no JJ or RJ. He actually has respect for what he works on.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like when I heard like the guy who did the Conjuring movies was gonna do a Fast and Furious movie, I was like, that's weird. But then he pulled it off. He pulled it off, dude. I was like, he's like that's amazing. And now let's talk. Okay, so now we're done talking about the tribute to Paul Walker. Let's talk about the movie itself. So did you like Fast and Furious 7, Chad, or do you think it's okay?
I think it's good.
I mean, let's put aside the Paul Walker tribute because we know that's amazing already. But like the movie as a whole, do you like it or like?
The movie as a whole is basically on par with 6. It just has a few more. It just has some brighter environments to it.
Yeah, because
but the problem is we've lost Han and we've lost Giselle, so we've lost part of our team from Fast 5 and Fast 6.
Yeah.
We've got Letty back.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that means to everyone, I guess. Because she really hadn't. Because the funny thing is, Letty didn't even really truly become a character. Letty was in 1 and 4, but not enough to like define herself truly as a character.
Right.
And it's like in this one, we saw who she was, but amnesia Letty. And now we're like seeing her start to get her memories back. But then this is where like we said it like in the last one, it kind of felt like it was starting to become a superhero movie. This one, it is a superhero movie.
It practically is, okay, because like we have the big bad.
I mean, I sent you. Well, let's just start with that nice clip I sent you last night. Dom and Deckard drive into each other. I lost track how many times, 2 or 3 times, head-on collisions at like 70 plus miles an hour, and they both just get out and beat each other up. I'm like, you'd be dead, or your whole bones would be broken.
I don't care what you think. I don't care.
You're either dead or you hit so hard that your seatbelt just like tore into your entire rib cage and fucked you up, or the front caved in on your legs and crushed them.
Oh.
It's but yeah, I mean, and it starts right from the beginning with, and it's an awesome intro, don't get me wrong, but it shows what a different type of movie we're really in, where the movie starts with a moving camera following Deckard through a hospital that he's completely shot up.
Yeah, just like hold this. I was like, what?
I just,
what?
I mean, he didn't like. He's a one-man army who basically destroyed a fucking hospital. And it's like, okay, that's what type of movie this is.
At this point, chat, it's practically a super movie.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, it goes even further in the next one.
You have the big... No, honestly, okay, I don't care what they say, but like, Deckard Shaw, played by Jason Statham, is the best villain in the entire Fast and Furious franchise. He is awesome. He is cool. The lines he has are cheesy, but it works. Like, after they survive that 70 kilometer head-on collision, he pulls out a gun and says, "You thought this was gonna be a street fight?" I was like, oh my God. And then it goes one step further when Dom at the final battle says, "The thing about street fights, the street always wins." I was like, what the oh my God.
You're like, no!
Like, you can't make this shit up, guys.
And this is also the same movie, don't forget, where, why is it always fall to my head? Mr. Nothing or Mr. Nobody?
Mr. Nobody. Oh, dude.
Okay, so hold on. So we'll get to him, but it's like Mr. Nobody brings Dom to his like secret lair, and he like offers him some random Belgian ale, and he's like, these monks got it right. He's like, I'm a Corona man, and he pulls out a bucket of Corona and sets it.
God, I love that. It's like,
total product placement.
I thought you might say that, and and I even like, dude, Kurt Russell as dude.
Yes.
Like even though we lost Han and Giselle, we got two awesome new characters. Kurt Russell as Mr. Nobody, and Nathaniel Emmanuel as Ramsey, because Ramsey is hot.
Yes. Ramsey. Dude, all the girls in this whole franchise are hot.
But dude, Kurt Russell as Mr. Nobody is amazing, because he's like, he even talks to Dom, like the banter he has is like, you know, if you win this race, I might actually swap out that Belgian ale for a keg of Corona. Like, what the? Like, no one talks like that. No person talks like that. But they do. They don't. That's how you know this is a comic book movie. It's practically a comic book movie, because no person talks like the thing about street fights. The street always wins. It's like,
no, nobody. By the way, the chick who plays Ramses, she's gonna be in the Army of the Dead prequel, Army of Thieves.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
But I mean, this is the same movie also, where it's like we got people they're driving the car from building to building.
Right. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Like even the lines are awesome. The lines are just like man, this thing's like Brian says, man, this thing has like super awesome horsepower, and then Dom's like, and they kept the beast in the cage. Why? Oh, or even like, okay, I don't mean to diss Paul Walker because it's not his fault, but the script writer is like really bad. These cheesy lines, like when they're attending Han's funeral, like quote unquote funeral, because he's actually alive in the next one, or in the next two movies later. Ludacris says, "Promise me, Brian, no more funerals." And then Brian's like, "Just one more." I was like, what the? Oh my god. Great line there, bro.
Right?
Really?
So I think the one thing that it's like, I'll say like the plot of this movie is a little more fun, but the plot of this movie is like confusing.
Yeah, dude, it really is.
Like there's two things going on.
Yeah, dude, honestly, it really is confusing.
Well, there's all the shit with Ramsey and the chip, but Deckard's also coming after them. So it's like, wait, what?
Like I feel like honestly, like James Wan really did an amazing job because if if it was a less competent director, this movie would have flopped. Because you have
It would have been a
Ramsey, you
mess.
have huh?
It would have been a mess.
Yeah, you have Ramsey and the chip with that bad guy um played by the actor from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Jimon, I can't pronounce it.
The Jaimon Honsu. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. You have
He's a badass, whatever.
yeah, he's a badass. And then you have Deckard Shaw on his way to like, avenge Owen Shaw. And you have at the same time you have this plot of like the God's Eye and all that, which is like if it was a lesser director, this movie would have died on impact. Because it's kind of hard to pull it off, but surprisingly Juan did, hey dude, massive respect to that because you pulled it off well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kudos to you, dude.
You know what scene I always loved in this movie, and this may sound like such a man thing to say, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah. What?
Michelle Rodriguez versus Ronda Rousey.
That's how you know.
I don't care what anyone says. Ronda Rousey was fucking hot in this movie.
That's how you also know this was a comic book movie, dude. Because like Michelle Rodriguez taking on all-time UFC champion Ronda Rousey, it's like there's
bullshit. Like Michelle Rodriguez can kick ass. Don't get us wrong, but it's like no, she can't beat Ronda. Sorry.
Right.
But it's like I just loved that. See, that's where it's like that's what I love about this franchise. Look at this movie and compare it to the very first one. Are they even in the same league?
They're not even similar. There's no similarity whatsoever.
There's nothing anymore besides the characters.
Yeah, there's nothing really anymore because it's like at this point, Fast and Furious the Fast franchise has evolved. I almost called it the Fast Saga. I'm never doing that again. The Fast franchise has evolved to like some other
genre, basically.
Genre. At this point, it really is a superhero franchise because there's no way normal people survive that. I don't care how good of a driver you are. There's no way you're gonna survive a head-on collision.
Multiple head-on collisions.
Didn't
he have didn't the building like fall on him at the very end?
Yeah, and he survived that.
And Letty like cries and kisses him, and then he comes back to life. It's like a reverse Sleeping Beauty.
Like this is not Sleeping Beauty.
And like that happens to me when her memories come back.
Oh my god.
Oh no! I mean, yeah, we're laughing at it, we're dogging it, but it's like but this is not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie at all.
I would never say this is an actual bad film because it's not. This is a fun movie all around. I say. I mean, it like we said, leaving out the Paul Walker passing away, and I mean, come on, you don't go from $500 and $600 million movies to $1.5 billion. Yeah. Because usually it's like either the legacy or the movie before it that will kind of like push for the next one. And sorry, Fast and Furious 6 was not big and good enough to double the next movie's income.
Right, exactly. Because you're right.
But I think it also
did play a part in it, but
I think it was also though. I think one of the biggest things was the knowledge of Paul Walker's passing that it was almost like an unspoken thing that it's like, okay, this is going to be the last one then. I think it was kind of like an event thing, like, all right, this is the last Fast and Furious movie, which that's kind of just how it felt. Like your main lead passed away, it's over.
Right.
I mean, they kept going, which it's Hollywood. We should have known better, but at the time, it was kind of like, hey, it's over. Let's go see it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I feel like what I like about the studio that handled Paul Walker's passing, it was like it wasn't like they advertised this is his last movie. Therefore, like, go see it, before, like, it wasn't like that. They never advertised it was his last movie. It was just another Fast and Furious movie, and then at the very end, you get a tasteful goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, in my opinion, this really should have been the last one, because you had it all. You had Deckard Shaw, who should have been the final villain, and and um you had the final bonding movie with Paul Walker and Vin Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
You should have kept it like as is, dude. Honestly, like, no more after that. But well, it's Hollywood, so what can you
Yeah,
do?
that's how it goes. And yeah, do you have anything else for number 7?
The Rock was wasted in this movie, but I get why. I get
What
why.
was he busy doing? Was he what was he busy filming?
San Andreas, I think.
Okay, I think you're right
Yeah,
too.
yeah. But the thing is, though, while The Rock, I get why, though, because you had to make room for Jason Statham, and yeah, because we already saw The Rock in 2 movies, and Jason Statham needed to be a back. You don't have a guy like Jason Statham in a movie and, like, not give him any screen time whatsoever. You have to. I guess that's why.
Mm-hmm. Well, now moving on to your favorite one.
Oh God. Chad, why is this title called The Fate of the Furious? I swear.
Why does this movie exist?
I have a
This
lot.
movie is just this movie is just stupid.
I have a lot of problems with Fate of the Furious. Okay,
Just start.
but before we get into it, let's first talk about the positives. What do you like about The Fate of the Furious?
Uh, not much.
Okay, but, like, if you could, like, find something.
Uh, the one-liners between The Rock and Jason Statham.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only one we can. For me,
I'll never forget that line from the trailers. I will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
it's like, whoa, dude. Honestly, like, again with the stupid ass comic book lines that shouldn't
Nobody,
work.
like you said, nobody talks that way.
Like, look at the lines they have before they look at the lines they have before the prison fight happens. That's the only sign of life in this movie. The lines between Jason Statham and The Rock. He's like,
they're hilarious. Those are some of the highlights of the
The
film.
Rock's punching the walls, and Jason Statham's like, "Is that all you got, huh? All show, no go." And then The Rock rips off the bench and starts, like, doing weights. Oh, I got plenty of go, and he's like, and then Jason Statham's like, "You must have misplaced that when I kicked your ass in that office of yours." Like, who writes this? Who writes
But
this?
that's why it's awesome, because it's so corny and over the top that it's like it could only be in a movie like this.
Oh my God! I wish it wasn't, though, because, like, no,
I wish it wasn't.
That's not true. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, it's got to be that way.
It's hilarious. I love it.
I think this thing I mean, this movie is just stupid, but it's like, I think one of the things that, like, I truly hate about this film has to be the way Elena is just, like, murdered on screen.
I didn't like
that. Was so. I get that they wanted. I guess they wanted the actress out or the character out, but it's like, you don't have to fucking kill her then.
Yeah, you don't have to kill.
Like, the way they did it was just so distasteful. I remember seeing it in theaters, and I'm like, that was uncalled for.
Yeah, it was like, Dom, save her son, and then boom, she died. It was like, oh well, fuck. It's like,
What a fucking weird plot this movie has.
yeah, no, the thing. Okay, so like, I'll here's what I like about the Fate and Furious. I like, Vin Diesel. Sorry, not Vin Diesel. I like The Rock. I like Jason Statham. I like the banter they have, and I like Kurt Russell as Mr. Nobody. Other than that, this movie is very hollow, which sucks because when I heard that F. Gary Gray, the guy who directed Straight Outta Compton, was doing a Fast and Furious movie, I was like, oh man, I'm so hyped. Because Straight Outta Compton is one of the best. You've watched it, right? It's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
Straight Outta Compton's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So when I heard that he was going to do that, I was like, oh, I can't wait. And then this movie felt really hollow. And now, after rethinking and rewatching, I know why. It's because Paul Walker's absent. Because this franchise was built on the banter and brotherhood of Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, and now 50% of that is gone. Tragically so, in a sad way. But then you shouldn't have continued with it.
Because there's nothing here anymore.
Because, okay, here's the thing. No disrespect to Vin Diesel at all. But he can't carry a movie on his own. He really can't. I mean, like, he's the stoic, tough guy. And Paul Walker is there because he's the charismatic, good guy. I'm the charismatic cop. And that's the whole point why it works, because like, you have the strong, silent, and the Captain America style good guy working together. But now it's like the Captain America style good guy is gone, so you have the strong, silent type carrying the rest of the franchise, and it doesn't really work. It felt hollow.
Yeah, it's missing that bit of charisma that Paul Walker had. It'd be like doing one of the. I don't know. Have you ever watched like the Three Stooges or no?
Nah, I haven't.
Okay, well, for anyone who's seen the Three Stooges, it'd be like the Three Stooges, and then just one of them's gone, and it's only two of them. It's like something's missing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why it's like I have a really bad feeling that, I mean, 9's out now, and I've not heard a lot of great things from other reviewers about it. We'll get into my thoughts in the next episode. I genuinely have a strong feeling this franchise is going to go down in flames.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to go out on a very bad note, whatever they do. Because, like you said, Paul Walker's half of this franchise, and he's gone.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Paul Walker's fault he died, but like, I don't think the studio should have continued it. They should have laid it to rest after Furious 7.
Mm-hmm.
It was perfect. It was a perfect goodbye. I'm one of those people, and I know you are, Chad, also, that believe that this should have ended after Furious 7.
Yeah, it was the perfect ending to like close out on, but now it's gonna. I'm sorry, I'm already calling it Part 10, Part 2. It's so stupid. I'm sure it's gonna suck. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather it be good, but I'm sure it's gonna suck. I'm sure it's gonna be really stupid. I'm sure they're gonna push hard that, hey, this is the last one, to try and get everyone to come see it. And I'm sure it's same as they did with Rise of Skywalker, even though I'm sure it'll be better than that. But I'm sure they're gonna do it. They're gonna push it as this is the final movie. Final one, make sure you see it. And it's like, we kind of already saw the final one with 7.
Yeah.
Now they're just kind of going, and it's like
that ending with like, the beach, and they're all sitting there and talking, and they're looking at Brian, and they both drive off. That should have been the end.
Yeah, it's like, and at this point, it's like Cipher sucks as a villain.
Yeah, okay, that's also what I want to talk about. I was really disappointed with Cipher, because she like, Like when I heard
Good lord, they've gone full on comic book movie with this one, even further than Seven.
when I heard that Charlize Theron was gonna be in um Fate of the Furious, I was like, oh fuck yeah. You know, it's Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road. I loved her in that one. It's gonna be awesome. But she never did anything. She just stood there in her plane and was like, I was behind all Dom. All, you know, Owen, Deckard.
I hate when they do that.
It was me. And they never do anything about it.
Oh, they did the exact same thing with what's his face? Blofeld, Inspector. He's like, I was behind everyone. It's like, you were not behind everyone. Bullshit. You were not behind Silva. And it's like with Cipher, it's like, I hate when they do that. Oh, we gotta find a way to tie it into it.
Like, no, yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it like you said, this movie is just very hollow. Like after my most recent rewatch, I it slammed down near the bottom because it was like, you know what? I've heard a lot of people be like, Too Fast, Too Furious is like such bullshit. It's like, you know what? At least it had Paul Walker in it. At least it still had fun and charisma. This movie, it's another thing that is wrong with this movie. I have no fun with this movie.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like it doesn't have any like
because it feels
fun.
It feels soulless. That's the whole point. Like that's the reason why.
Well, it's like Roman Pierce. He's like one of Brian's best friends,
right?
And
exactly.
It's just like now he's hanging with the rest of the group, and it's like I get that they all became friends. I don't understand this whole we're a family thing, but it's like, why are they still there?
Yeah,
Brian retired. I would have left too. I still want to. Why are any of these people still doing this? They're fucking millionaires. Did they just like forget after part 6 that these people are like rich beyond belief? Why are they still doing any of this?
Your guess is as good as mine, Chad.
I mean, if you had $10 million and your best friend was like, dude, just do one more job as a favor for me, please, to like help get back my girlfriend or something. You'd be like, okay. And then in the next one, I'm like, oh, hey, they want to hire me. They want to hire us to work for the government. Are you in? You'd be like, no, I'm a millionaire and my name was cleared. I'm done risking my life.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know what? I also forgot. Oh man, I'm gonna say it now though. Even if it was in the last, like, even if it was just like in our last review, one of the best lines from Rowan Pierce was that from Fast and Furious 6, where they were about to take on the plane, and it's like, man, why do you guys say like that? Now we got this big ass plane to deal with, and then he's like, that's not a plane, that's a planet. I was like, what the?
I think I'll bring it up too because I forgot to say it. Also, my favorite line from Fast and Furious 6 was the very end when Hobbs was like walking up the driveway and Roman Pierce is like, yo, Mia, you better hide your baby oil. Hey, man, I'm just kidding. You better hide that big ass forehead. And Ludacris like spits out his beer. And Roman's just like, man, that ain't funny. I was just kidding. Man, I don't care what anyone says. I love Tyrese Gibbs. You know what? That's one thing I would give it.
Awesome,
even though we're missing Brian, I still really enjoy like some of the banter between all these characters.
Oh, I do also. It's awesome.
Like Ludacris and Tyrese Gibson, those two are gold. I mean, I don't want to see them get their own movie just because too much of a good thing becomes bad.
Yeah.
But it's like those two comedically work off each other so well, I think.
I agree. For sure.
Let's see. Clint Eastwood's son was in this movie.
Yeah.
Little nobody.
He was also in Suicide Squad, and yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Who was he in Suicide Squad?
One of the soldiers there.
Oh, just one of the random guys?
Yeah, one of the random guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was also in Gran Torino. He did a better job there than Suicide Squad. Gran Torino's an amazing film, speaking of cars.
Oh, really?
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen Gran Torino yet.
Oh, dude. You need to see. Gran Torino's really cool, dude. You need to see it. It means something to me more than like
Oh,
maybe a lot of people because it takes place like 20 minutes from where I live.
oh wow, okay.
But no, dude, Gran Torino's really cool. Anyone listening, give this. I've never asked for a thumbs up before, but give me a thumbs up if you agree on that. Gran Torino's an amazing film.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll put it on my list.
Yeah, you'll like. It's a very cool like drama,
Nice. I'll check it out for sure.
and it's way better than this film because
I'm sure it is, Chad. I'm sure it is.
because this movie just. Oh, and then I think we were talking about it off air, but I know you'd want to address it here.
Oh, what's up?
They're just cool with Deckard and Owen by the end of this movie.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Bullshit.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
This man killed Han.
Yeah, that's how I knew Han was coming
This
back.
man killed Han and tried to blow up Mia, Dom, and Brian and Jack.
That's how I honestly know that Han was coming back because they're fucking eating at the like we don't obviously back then we didn't know that Han was coming back, but Deckard Shaw's like at the very end, like, you know, it's like Dom's to Deckard, you know, comes to our table, you know.
Bullshit.
He was like, dude, no. Like, if Han meant much to you, that much to you, that he said was family, then why is he there?
Exactly.
I hate this timeline, Chad. I want to get off.
I know. What have they done to this franchise? Yeah, and I mean, there's shit like fucking. They're getting chased by a fucking submarine.
Oh, that was so dumb. Like, I don't care how fast your cars are. You're not gonna outrun a fucking submarine.
God. Just dumb. Yeah, this movie is. I mean, I saw this one in theaters, and it was like I remember just the same thing walking out, and I'm like, that was just.
I didn't
stupid.
like it either, dude. Trust me. I watched.
What was worse in theaters? This or Tom Cruise's The Mummy?
If I'm being honest, Tom Cruise is The Mummy.
No shit.
Dude, I fucking hated Tom Cruise's The Mummy.
Dude, I haven't seen that since.
I didn't like it. It was bad, dude.
I haven't seen it since theaters. I need to revisit it.
Tom Cruise. It was a waste.
A friend of mine was like, it's a horror version of Mission Impossible. I was like, don't you dare diss Mission Impossible like that.
It's not even that.
It's not. Oh, I need to rewatch that sometime soon.
I'm never watching that movie again.
It was supposed to kick off the Dark Universe.
What a shitty way to do it. Oh my god. Well, so that's it for this episode. And finally, next week,
oh god.
we'll be talking Fast
The
and
worst
Furious,
one.
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw and F9, the Fast Saga.
You said it again.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's really the last time.
Oh no. Yeah, oh god, this movie. Wow, and those movies.
Oh yeah. So I'm Santina signing off.
I'm Chad. Adios.
Bye guys.